I got to be honest, the Bears are so goddamn back. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham. We are live because Keenan Allen, you are a Chicago Bear. We put out a video from my house about 20 minutes ago. I drove into the studio, may or may not have broken any speeding violations. I actually did not, kept it safe. I'm a father now. Can't get too crazy out here. But here we are. We're ready to go. And here is the trade. Very simple. Keenan Allen for a fourth. Now, let's clarify just so people know, Jack. It is this year, and it's number 110 because the Bears have 2 fourth-round picks. This is the earlier pick. This is the Bears' own fourth-round pick. They still have Philadelphia's from last year. I mean, my goodness, this I didn't see this coming. I did not see this coming, and I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. As I said on the video that we put out just a little bit ago, a fourth-round pick for the best receiver in the history of the Chargers for a guy who had 1,250 yards last year. I know he's going to be 32, but that's pretty low risk. I mean, he's on the last year of his deal. If you want to just play it out, and if it doesn't work out, fourth-round pick, that's worth the gamble. If you want to extend him, lower his cap hit, I would do that too, 1 or 2 year extension. I'm pumped about this, man. Keenan Allen is an absolute dog. He's one of the best route runners in the NFL. Gives you some yards after the catch. Not quite to DJ Moore's level, but he's been pretty good at that throughout his career. Grade the trade A, B, C, D, or F. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And if you guys want to super chat, we'll get you on the show. We got OG producer Jack Lotteray in the building, stepping in after hours. He'll make an appearance. OG producer Jack Lotteray. Mike Nintendo, SB Gaming, all giving an A. Adam, Peter, Nick, Joey. We got Richard, Jeremy, Goat Mode going A+, about 20 pluses. Aaron says, A, I was crying because of the trade. We back. Now get some D-line. Yeah, I mean, look, we'll talk about the different angles. What's the next move? Obviously, they wanted to get DJ Wanham in the building, but he signed with Carolina. Still need an edge rusher, but man, it just, the more holes you got filled heading into the draft, the more flexible you can be. And I get it, you're down to 4 draft picks. I still think the Bears will end up with more draft picks when it's all said and done. Wyatt saying, hey, I'm seeing a lot of A's in the chat. Let's bring Jack Lotteray in here. Back in the building. There he is.
The Bears are so back.
There
the Bears are so back.
The Bears
are
back.
So back.
Jack is back. We're ready to go.
Yeah, you only pull me out for special occasions, but here I am. The Bears are so back. They are so back.
Rolly's probably 2.5 hours deep into a workout by now. Nah, we love Rolly. Jack's just stepping up here. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Lotteray.
The Bears.
Why don't we start flashing some of these super chats, show the people some love. A lot of them flying in here. We appreciate the love, the support. Mike Connolly says, answer my comment, please. Was it a super chat? Regular? I'm looking for your comment, Mike. Not seeing it. You may have to throw it in there again. Just some guy with the 20. Are the Bears back? I got a semi when I heard the news, but are they trading number 1 possibly? Bull's cooking. I don't think they're trading 1, man. I think they're setting the table for Caleb Williams. That's how I see this. And that sucks for Justin Fields because if you're Justin Fields and you're seeing this, you're like, man, now y'all start cooking. Now we start adding pieces. I think they're taking Caleb. I do think trading down from 9 is not a certainty, but very, very likely at this point. Wow. I did a mock draft earlier that I was going to put out. Got to rip that up. That's cooked. But, man, I'm fired up. This is good stuff, man. Appreciate the super chat. Braden Risser, top 5 duo at receiver in the league. If Keenan Allen's healthy, which he's had minor injuries in his career, but he's mostly been healthy in recent years, I would say probably, right? Like, who else is a better duo? T. Higgins is probably out of Cincinnati. I mean, Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison could become that. Addison still has to take another step. Trying to think other duos in the NFL. I mean, I don't think Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy's better than this. Yeah, I mean, this is up there, man. This is up there. Someone says trade 9 and take Caleb. That feels like a possibility. Emiliano says Caleb walking into the best situation any number 1 pick quarterback has ever had. Expect to trade back from 9 now. Start watching Latu, Turner, verse tape, go edge now. Kind of feels that way, right? Trade back, get an edge, get a receiver on day 2 to get, compete with Tyler Scott for number 3. Because when you have 2 number 1s like DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, Tyler Scott as your 3 doesn't feel nearly as risky, right? I would still get someone in the draft to compete with him, but you definitely don't have to go receiver in round 1 now if you don't want to. Tito, what's the move now? Did they get Caleb Williams, 2 vets at receiver, or they trade 1 and get MHJ, have the craziest offense in the NFL? How Justin Fields could fail with that? They're not trading 1 to draft and drafting Marvin Harrison to pair with DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. That's like 3 number 1 receivers. They're not going to do that. I mean, could they keep Justin Fields? I guess, but I don't think it wouldn't be to take Marvin Harrison. I don't think. I think the MHJ pipe dream is probably the only scenario you still get Marvin Harrison is if he somehow falls to 9 and you're like, this is the best player in the draft. We have to take him. But I don't think trading up for him now or trading down from 1 to get him is very realistic at all. Isaiah Blueball, does this hint at keeping Fields or drafting Caleb? I think they're setting the table for Caleb. That's what I think. Look, until they do something concrete in that regard, I guess any scenario is possible, but that's where I think this is going personally. K Cobra, can I get an FGB? FGB. 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 Like the video if you're fired up. Get the FGBs going. We got 2,100 people watching live. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Avery. We got Avery. Awesome trade. Don't fall for the hype. We are keeping Justin Fields, and we're getting MHJ. So you think they're going to go the MHJ, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen trio? I mean, it'd be something else. It would be something else. I will give you that. It'd be something else. How about Keenan Allen getting traded and Marquise Brown signing within like 10 minutes of one another, by the way? NFL after dark, baby. Someone host them. This is too much. Virginia's over 100 years old. Let's leave Mrs. McCaskey, Grandma McCaskey alone, all right? Caden Turner. Caleb coming into the best spot, number 1 pick is seen. Yeah, like if you're Caleb Williams and you had any concerns or doubt about the Bears, like are they not doing everything you could possibly ask for? This is not Bryce Young walking into Carolina with no offensive line and Adam Thielen is his number 1. You got DJ Moore. You've got Keenan Allen. You've got Cole Kmet. You've got DeAndre Swift. You have Khalil Herbert. You have Gerald Everett. You have young, talented offensive linemen. Oh, and you got the number 9 overall pick and still a little bit of cap space. This team's trending up, baby. This team's trending up. Andre Baker, it seems like Ryan is trying to win now, but if we change the quarterback, can we win now? If you think the quarterback's better, you can. If you think he gives you a better chance, he can. I think this is Keenan Allen, a lot of jet sweeps, slants, quick passing game stuff. Does that sound more like Justin Fields or Caleb Williams to you? That sounds more like Caleb Williams to me. Steve with the 2, only a good deal if he extends, now add a Dunze. Even if he doesn't, it's still a good deal. It's a 4th-round pick for a top 10 receiver over the last decade. Even if he's not top 10 currently, he was last year, by the way. Very good.
We just got a message from the Raiders report by Chat Sports. In the chat, says $500 and I'll run 3 miles to the office to do a boot.
Clarify, Raiders report. That's our host, Mitchell Rentz. $500 total or a $500 individual super chat?
Yes, please clarify.
Clarify, Mitch. $500 total or $500 individual? Because we're at $227 total so far. Get those, because if it's $500 total, you might as well start running. Steve says, yeah, we already read that, the Adunze one. No, we read it. We read it. Jordan Heflin, the Bears will get a 4th for Fields, so this trade turns into a Fields for Allen swap. You know, for a moment, I kind of wondered, because the Chargers need a backup quarterback, I kind of wondered if we'd get one of those updates like Justin Fields also in the trade for an additional pick. That Ohio State quarterback kicked Harbaugh's ass twice. And Justin Herbert doesn't have a backup right now. So, yeah, I kind of wondered if that would happen. But, yeah, we'll see what Fields gets in a return if they do end up trading him, which I still think they will, but obviously have not just yet. NRG Bro with the 10. Yeah, Poles is either A, hardly shopping Justin at all, or B, had plans to hold on to him for his final year. There is no way the market is this bad for Justin Fields. Less talented quarterbacks have been moved already. I mean, look, Desmond Ridder got moved for Rondale Moore, who hasn't done much, so that didn't get huge return. Mac Jones got moved for a 6th. That's not huge return. Sam Howell got moved for, a couple of pick upgrades, but nothing crazy. Basically a net 4th. So it's not like quarterbacks are getting peddled around for day 2 picks out here, but I hear what you're saying. Mike G, I don't know what Mitch said in the chat, by the way. Still looking. Take a shot with Brendan Rice. Thoughts? 3rd round, maybe. Played college with Caleb Williams. So Mitch is saying, this is obviously a big ask. If someone sends in a $500 super chat or a $500 Venmo at HGramNFL on Venmo or money sign HGramNFL on Cash App, he will run here, which is a 3-mile run, and do a beer boot. And I'll join him. How about that? I will race him in the beer boot if someone does that. I'll do a beer boot if we get to 1,000 total regardless. You guys know the drill, but that's his offer. It's obviously a big offer, but if someone wants to make it happen, make Mitch sprint here at 10:30 at night.
Someone in the chat, I guess, also, we got a Slack from COO Brett Scott. How much money for Rolly to get here?
Oh, Rolly watching?
Which is crazy behavior.
Is Rolly
That's all
watching?
I'm going to say. Because we all know who the OG is. But yeah, how much money for Rolly to get here?
Yeah. Rolly slacking here. Nah, he's not slacking. It's all good. Jack's just going above and beyond. I like Brendan Rice. I think 75 is a tick early, but I wouldn't be opposed. I'd rather take him in the 4th if he was there. Villain with the 5 says, are we drafting an edge rusher? Seems that's clearly your top need now, right? I mean, I still think you need another receiver, but you don't have to go top flight receiver now. I think in an ideal world now, you trade down from 9 to like the mid-teens. You get one of the top 3 edges, whether it's Turner or Latu or Verse. Hopefully you get an extra pick on day 2, and you go from there. Z Robinson, I think the trade back from 1 a couple of times. Keenan Allen has only 1 year left in his contract. Why would they try to win now with a rookie quarterback? Well, we don't know exactly what their plans are with Keenan Allen yet. They could extend him. They could rework a deal. They might still draft a big-time receiver and just create a trio this year. I think this is I'm not saying this move alone is like a clear signal of the quarterback, but I still think what they're doing makes more sense to go with Caleb. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. If you're just joining us, Keenan Allen traded to the Bears from the Chargers for a 4th-round pick. Let's go. Get it popping. Make it happen as well. Appreciate everybody for tuning in to the show here on a Saturday night. Can we give my wife, Hannah, and a couple of our friends a round of applause? We had a few people over tonight hanging out. Had to leave them high and dry to come in and break down the snooze. So, Hannah, if you're watching, I appreciate you. You're the most supportive wife out there. Apologies to Amy and Sam for having to bail and come in early, or come in late, I should say. You guys are the best. Appreciate the support. Sister-in-law, Amanda, was over as well. So see you guys all very, very soon. Give me your one-word reaction to the Keenan Allen trade. I'll read the super chat as well. Let's get it, Harrison FGB. We got this, baby. What a night. I love it, man. What a night indeed. What a night indeed. Hannah Montana in the chat. Let's go. Good guy Harrison. That's not what I was going for. Claps to family and friends. Yeah, they're the best. They're the best. I appreciate them very much. Amazing. Crazy, finally. Nice cap. Yeah, I threw on a cap after work, so the hair was all messed up. So I was like, I'll just throw Bears hat on. Just represent. Represent, baby. Killer. I like it. Stunned. That was my one word. I'm stunned. I'm still shocked. This is just out of nowhere. No one saw this coming. That's the beauty of the NFL, man. You just don't know. You just don't know. Isaac Gonzalez. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Nothing new here. No shot. We draft Caleb. No shot. Keenan turning 32. He wants to win now. There's no certainty with a rookie quarterback. Trade number one. Build a contender for years to come. The problem is we still have questions about Justin, Isaac. And I love Justin. I'm a Justin defender. But there's questions with him as a passer. Caleb's a better passing prospect coming out than Justin was. And Justin hasn't taken big enough leaps in that regard. I still think you can win with Justin. I don't think trading for a 32-year-old receiver is a Justin move. I don't think. But I also think we got to remember, too, this is low risk. You had the cap space to absorb him. You gave up a fourth-round pick. Even if it doesn't work out, it's not that big of a loss. Yeah, you're using a fourth-round pick on a guy who's currently a top 15 receiver. Maybe he takes a step back. He's playing next to DJ Moore. He's a year older. That's how I see it. Andres with the 20. Absolutely stoked that the Bears got a starting center and Allen on the same day. I think it's more likely now that the Chargers take a wide receiver. Great point. Chargers might get Marvin Harrison at 5, depending on what happens with the Cardinals at 4. Totally on board with getting Brendan Rice for Caleb on day 2. Yeah, not second round, maybe third. You got 75 overall. Maybe you trade back from 9 or from 75. We'll have to wait and see. Michael DiBartolo, what if doing right by Justin meant keeping him, signing him to a Jordan Love type deal to score the 5th-year option and build around him? In the words of Kevin Arnett, anything is possible. Anything is possible. I do think if you keep him, that would be ideal, where you decline the 5th year and you sign him to a lesser 1-year extension, where if he plays well, you've got him for fairly cheap next year. So I do agree if you do go that route, that is the framework I would do it in. I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't know for sure. I just don't think it is. Bear Forever 14. This looks like a trade out of 9 for a load of picks. Any trade back ideas on the fly? Well, if a 4th quarterback hasn't gone by then, I think teams will definitely be calling. Minnesota at 11, Denver at 12, Raiders at 13. Could certainly be in that range. Maybe even the 5th quarterback. Let's say the 3rd receiver does fall to 9 and the Bears feel comfortable enough with Allen and DJ Moore to pass because they get a big enough offer and someone wants that 3rd receiver, or maybe someone wants Joe Alt if he falls there. There's a lot of different options on the table for the Chicago Bears. Peter K. Keenan Allen wears 13. This is interesting. Caleb wears 13. So what does that mean? It's a sign that Fields is saying, just a thought. So we think since Keenan Allen wears the jersey number that Caleb Williams does, they're not going to draft Caleb Williams? Is that where we're at? There's got to be some sarcasm in there. This is interesting, though. So Tyler Scott currently wears 13 for the Bears. Keenan Allen's worn 13 his entire career. Caleb Williams has worn 13 throughout college. Who's going to be 13 for the Bears? Who the hell knows? Appreciate the 50, by the way. Shout out to Peter. We do have the Helmet Hall of Fame, and $100 gets you on there. You know what? We'll do $50 tonight. 50% off on the Helmet Hall of Fame. If you want to get in there, you are in. So Peter K, got a blank sticker on here already. Peter K, you get a sticker right there, my friend. Alan Knox wants a sticker. Let's go, Alan. Let's go to Jose here. Jose, Antonio Brown said on Twitter, Bears trading number 1 pick and currently discussing with Vegas, HG in shambles right now. Yeah, I'm shaking in my boots because ESPN tweeted out that they're trading with Vegas.
We're really trusting Antonio Brown on Twitter right now. Yes,
and by the way,
we are.
You guys think I'm gonna have a meltdown if they trade number 1? I'm not. I wouldn't do it, but I'm not gonna have a meltdown if they do. I know you guys think that's gonna happen and want that to happen if they do it. It's not gonna be a meltdown. I might disagree with it, but I've told you I see that side of the argument. I just wouldn't go that route, and I don't think they're going to go that route. Bears have already tweeted out the trade, obviously pending a physical, so there you go. Keenan Allen to the Chicago Bears. Jenny, I don't know what they plan on doing with Fields, but what do you think the odds are that Poles trades that one for a haul since we are down to just a few picks? Yeah, I know a lot of similar questions. I still don't think it happens. I think trading down from 9 is more likely. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I've told you guys, if they do it, I will come on here and admit I was wrong, but I don't think that'll happen. Derek Ball, appreciate the donation, my friend. Ask a question next time. B-Mill with the addition of Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet. If we still draft a receiver at 9, we no doubt have the top 3 offensive weapons in the league. Crazy, right? Well, he didn't even say DJ Moore. I don't know if it's the top 3 offensive weapons in the league, but it's up there. I mean, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet. If you took a receiver at 9, if Adunze or Neighbors got there, that would be crazy. That does seem less likely, though, now. Chargers need a receiver. Cardinals need a receiver. If the Giants don't take a quarterback at 6, they need a receiver. Yeah, I think with the Chargers trading Allen and cutting Mike Williams the other day, receiver feels like the move unless they trade out. Tanner, Caleb is walking into a situation with DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Cole Kmet, and much more. Best situation number 1 pick's ever had. Yeah, you and a few others have made that point, and it's hard to argue with it, man. This is not a unique situation for a number 1 pick to walk into, and give Ryan Poles and his staff credit. Drink with me. Kingsbury going from Raiders to Washington. Washington getting rid of Hal. Seems maybe Chicago. Washington might have had an agreement in place, maybe. Well, part of why they got rid of Hal is because they signed Marcus Mariota, and they're picking a quarterback regardless of who it is. So there kind of wasn't room for Sam Howell anymore, if we're being completely honest. Voice is starting to go again. This happened a couple weeks ago. Not great, Bob. Not great. Bears 46, what's up? Appreciate the dono. Enrique, you're right. It's your opinion, the drafting Caleb, but I think these moves are showing. Justin Fields, we believe in you. Sorry for screwing you for the last 3 years. My opinion, Justin is the QB. Hey, cool, man. It's your opinion. I have mine, you have yours. I think based on the reporting that's been out there, drafting a QB at 1 seems more likely, but until that happens, there's nothing official. So I've never criticized any of y'all for having an opinion, by the way. I feel like y'all think that. I know I've been attacked for my opinion. I have not attacked any of y'all for y'all's opinion on it. Adrian LeBron, with Caleb and a trade down from 9, what receivers would you look at in the later rounds? I don't even think it has to be later. I think 3rd round. If you end up in the 2nd round, you can still take a receiver there. Look, if Adunze or Neighbors are at 9 and you haven't extended Keenan Allen, I still wouldn't rule that out. Keenan Allen is on a 1-year deal. So if you get into the middle rounds, though, I mean, I like the Malachi Corley kid from Western Kentucky. You've got Jake Cowing from Arizona is kind of a shifty slot guy. That's the type of receiver I've been looking at, one of those shifty speedsters. So Brendan Rice, if you want to get the USC connection. Oh! Let's go to Peter K. It's Peter K. Boom! I get a sticker for a 50, so you get extra 100. Yes, that 13. Okay, I was confused. I'll get you 2, Peter. I got you down for 2. So now you got 3 tonight. I appreciate you throwing us extra bones, but I'm going to get you extra stickers on here. You can get more than one sticker. It's not a one-time deal. You got the little Peter Army right here. Peter K, Peter K, Peter K. Shout out to you. Appreciate it, brother. Colin. Seattle just got Hal. Spots for Fields are all gone. We need to restock the draft. Trading number 1 makes a lot of sense. Allen is a mentor for young receivers. Here's the thing, though. You don't pass on a QB at 1 just because the trade, maybe you haven't gotten great trade value yet, which I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know what offers have or haven't been made. But you don't say like, well, we haven't been able to trade Justin. I guess we just have to keep him and trade number 1. You could keep him still, but I still think you're drafting a quarterback even if you keep him. Young James. God, I'm trying to save the voice here. I don't know what's happening. Jordan Heflin, what are your thoughts on the Bears bringing in Renfrow as wide receiver 3? I'm not that high on Renfrow. I'd be a little more open to it now that your number 2 is so damn good in Keenan Allen if it was cheap, but Renfrow the last 2 years has been underwhelming at best. If it's like $3 million, sure, but I'm not giving Renfrow real money. By the way, Coleman Shelton's contract details came in a little bit ago. 1 year, $3 million. So that's, by the way, a lot of Bears players tweeting out about this. They're fired up. But only $3 million for Coleman Shelton. I like that. J-Man 3, this trade seems like a win-now move. I don't see how Caleb will win a Super Bowl his first year. I guess if they extend Allen, then yeah. Well, first of all, you can't have just like Super Bowl or bust expectations this year. I think this should be a playoff team, and if a lot goes right, could you be in the mix at the top of the NFC? Possibly. But, like, I don't think we could be sitting here like, Super Bowl, we're the favorites in the NFC. Like, the Bears are not there yet. The Bears should be a playoff team. If they're not, that's a disappointment. That's regardless of quarterback. But I would also say this. We think Justin Fields is ready to go from never really even sniffing the playoffs to winning a Super Bowl. And that's not anti-Justin. I'm just asking. Like, that's a big leap. C.J. Stroud won a playoff game as a rookie in the AFC, which is tougher, on a lesser talented team this past year. I get it. That's a high bar, the level he played at, but you could argue Caleb has more he's walking into. BZ, man, or Drake or Jaden, maybe they don't take Caleb, who knows. Justin Fields would have gone with the 4th rounder for Allen. Maybe. They didn't trade him, so he's here for now. John Taylor, I still wouldn't mind trying to get a Dunze at 9, but trade down at 9, inevitable. Don't think it's inevitable. First of all, you got to find a trade partner. Someone's got to be willing to trade up. That's number 1. There's not always trade offers. I think it's more likely after tonight. I think it's a lot more likely after this move, but it's not a given. Bears 46, appreciate it. Trade 1 to Washington. Get added picks. Draft May. Let him sit behind Fields for a year. Okay. Like, to me, unless the Bears have May higher on their board, which I doubt, but maybe they do, I'm taking a QB at 1. And if they have May higher on their board, they should take May at 1, unless they know for a fact that Washington would take Caleb. Like, when you have the number 1 pick and you love one of the quarterbacks in the draft, you take that quarterback and you don't overthink it. That's what you do. That's what you do. Last year, they weren't in position. There wasn't a clear-cut number 1 QB. The way it played out, it was clearly C.J. Stroud, but going into the draft, there was not a consensus. More people like Bryce Young, honestly. Appreciate all 2,600 people tuning in tonight on a Thursday night. I'm getting my days mixed up. Thursday night. Can we get to 90,000 subs? I don't know if we can get there tonight, but I want to get there as soon as possible. If you want Bears breaking news like this, anytime they make a major move, we go live. Even if it's a minor move, we're still going to at least put out a video on it. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. I'm going to go sub-only chat, so once you have subscribed, or if you're a subscriber, type FGB for a shout-out. And if you want to be a part of the chat, you got to hit that subscribe button. So there you go. Go ahead and subscribe today. Manuel says Caleb to Commanders, Marvin to Bears. I just think the Marvin thing is like so unlikely at this point, guys. I think it was already unlikely, but I think it's more unlikely now. Travis, SCJ, Colin, Gabriel, Overrise. We got Ogden's, Travis, all getting FGB in there. Jamie, Chasing, Mike, Ryan, Nickelbear, Andrew, Drink With Me, Deputy, Master Woo, Eddie Jackson. I hope you land on your feet, man. Kenny, Mike G, Jaron, Harley, Andrew. Get those FGBs in the comment section. All right, more super chats here. Philip, another $5 for Hannah for being a dope wife. Hannah, I hope you're watching this. Appreciate you very much. Excited for the weekend with you and PJ. Sal Cosino, Williams is going to be a bust. Fields is our guy. I like Fields. I think you can win with Fields. I would just draft Caleb. That's all. Nathaniel, in January, Keenan Allen said he would only want to play for certain teams if traded and would consider retirement. Otherwise, concern level on that. I mean, I don't think they would trade for him unless he signed off on it. And there was a report that the Chargers tried to get him to take a pay cut. He declined. And there was another report saying he knew he'd have a trade market if he declined that pay cut. So here we are. I don't think we have to worry about him retiring. NFL Mastermind, we have the best offensive skill player-wise in the North for the first time in my lifetime. Regardless of the quarterback, we have a shot to go really, really far. Exactly, man. Like, this should be a celebration. This shouldn't be bickering about who the quarterback is. Like, obviously, that's part of the discussion, but you've got two legit number one receivers, guys who are both top 10 in receiving this past year. Cole Kmet, a top 5, top 7 tight end. A good number 2 receiving tight end, Gerald Everett, who played with Keenan Allen. Oh, by the way, new wide receiver coach Chris Beatty was Keenan Allen's wide receiver coach with the Chargers the last 3 years, so you've got that connection. You had DeAndre Swift, 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Khalil Herbert, who's been a good change of pace back. You still have Roschon Johnson as your third back. Maybe Tyler Scott develops. You still have the number 9 pick. Like, you got a lot of talent. It's about coaching it up, putting it all together, and making it all work. Hopefully, whoever the quarterback is can. I'll put it this way: like, they keep Justin Fields. I mean, there's no excuses left at this point, man. You can't ask for more. Whoever the quarterback is, like, guys, this is gonna sound crazy. You might have more skill talent than Patrick Mahomes currently has. Think about it. I know he's got Kelsey, who's still unreal. But even he took a slight step back last year. Rashee Rice, I know they just signed Hollywood Brown. I don't know, man. The Bears have some talented offensive players all of a sudden. It's, I mean, you got pieces, man. You got pieces. B-Mill, with the addition of Keenan, with Cole, we still draft a receiver. Oh, I think you sent this one earlier. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Andres, this is a new one. Keenan also had 1,200-plus yards last year in only 13 games, which is actually crazy good. Dude, the guy's incredible. He had 150 targets last year in 13 games, caught 108 of them. I mean, Keenan Allen, guys, just pulling up his career stats. Pull these up real quick. In 11 seasons with the Chargers, he has just under 11,000 yards. He has 59 touchdowns. I mean, we're very possibly looking over 900 catches, by the way. So he's going to get to over 1,000 catches. He's already over 10,000 yards. Probably won't get to 100 touchdowns in his career, 59, 41 more. Probably not. Let's say he gets to 75, though. He's probably a Hall of Famer. You should trade for a Hall of Fame receiver who's still really, really good. And by the way, he just needs to be your number 2. He doesn't need to be 1,300-yard guy anymore. Go be 900 yards, 1,000 yards. Like, it could get scary, man. Paul Enos, appreciate the 5. Adam, what's up, Harrison? Love the move. Can you get my traitor brother-in-law a loud and proud FGB? Tell your brother-in-law we're coming for him. I assume he's a Packers fan. Alan Knox with the 50. I got you on here, Alan. Is this a new one or is this the 50 he sent earlier? We got you, Alan. You're on the helmet. Shout out to Alan. David M., best duo in Bears history. I mean, Brandon Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey was briefly pretty good, but this is up there. No doubt about it. SCJ, we are keeping Justin. No way we draft Caleb. It's a fact we had a trash offensive line, now pretty good. Let's go Bears. Here's the thing, though. The offensive line, other than Coleman Shelton, is the same from last year. It actually wasn't trash last year. It wasn't great, but it wasn't trash. To say it's a fact that they're keeping Justin, could they? Sure. I don't think they are, personally. If they are, I still think they're drafting a QB. I really do. Bear Forever 14 with the 20. I swear, Bears fans are actually going to riot and bring down Hallis Hall if we take Caleb and or keep Fields. You guys need to grow up. Seriously, great coverage. Harrison and team. This is kind of my point, too. I've already said, if you're on the keep Fields train, that's cool. I personally don't think that'll happen, but I respect your opinion. We got to stop this divisiveness and start getting excited about what this team could be. Like, this team should be pretty damn good. You were 3 colossal meltdowns away from being 10-7 last year, and you've already added notable pieces. Keenan Allen, Kevin Byard, who's an upgrade over Eddie Jackson. You get an upgrade at center. You get an upgrade at running back. There's still pieces to go, but, like, you're seeing the vision of what this rebuild started as 2 years ago. Like, it's coming together, man. It is coming together. If you love the trade, like this video. We're at 496 likes. If we get to 1,000 likes, I'll do a beer bong. Get to 1,000 in supers, we're less than 250 away, I'll do a beer boot. Drank a decent amount earlier, so I'm not drinking for like a bunch of stuff here, but I'll do a little bit. I'm here to party. I'm here to celebrate. Hit that like button. 1,000 likes equals a beer bong. 2,400 people watching. That's less than 50%. We can get there. We can get there. Hit that like button. Marco lifts. Allen will have Mooney stats if Fields is his QB. No. He'll be more than 400 yards. I don't think that's fair. Alan Knox, Ryan Poles, man. Trade that first pick. Get your picks back and then some if you want to reset QB clock. Trade with the Commanders who want Caleb, take Jaden, and still trade Fields. I mean, you could do that. You could do the in-between thing. I would only be on board with that if they have multiple QBs very close together at the top of their board. If Caleb or Drake or whoever, doesn't even have to be Caleb, if someone is a clear top QB on their board, they should take him number 1. Be convicted in your decision. Don't do like the in-between thing. Mr. Inglewood 77, this means number 9, either offensive tackle or defensive end, or trade down. If Neighbors or Odunze is still there, I'd still be tempted, but yeah, you kind of feel like the calculus is changing here. Someone, again, appreciate the 2. Can Bowers be used as a wide receiver 3? Bowers is just a flat-out weapon. I doubt they go that route after adding Gerald Everett, but who knows? Maybe if you trade down and he's there at like 16, you still take him. BPA situation. Marty K. Harrison, this trade only makes sense if he extends him 2 years to spread that $23 million cap hit, correct? I mean, they have enough money to absorb it, so they don't have to. I tend to think they probably will do some kind of finagling here, whether it's a 1-year extension or 2-year extension or, you know, some kind of restructure. But he didn't take a pay cut with the Chargers, which is why they are open to trading him. So I don't think he's just going to take less money. I think you would have to give him like an extension and spread it out a bit, like you're saying. Derek Ball.
Real quick, I just want to say, everyone, I see people in the chat like, oh, get to my super chat, get to my super chat. We have a lot of super chats coming in, so we're flying through them. Your super chat will get put on screen eventually, so just hang in there.
We're sprinting through them, but we also, like, when people donate, we want to answer their question. I don't want to just read it and move on. Like, I want to give every super chat the time of day, at least some time of day. Oh, Cameron Curl to the Rams. All right. Late night NFL, baby. NFL After Dark. All right. Thank you, Derek. Edwin Medina with the 5. I can see Poles trading back, taking Joe Alt. Well, I don't think Joe Alt falls beyond 9, number 1. But if he does, it'd be dope. He's commented on the tackle talent in this draft. It is a good tackle draft. Take Turner at 9, use the second pick on a wide. Oh, you're saying trading back from 1 and taking Joe Alt. Okay. That's interesting. And then take Dallas Turner at 9, use second round pick on a receiver. All right. I mean, again, I don't think they're going to do that, but in the trade down for more players/picks, I mean, getting Alt and Turner to upgrade at left tackle and add an edge, that's obviously areas you could improve at. Darius Adams, do I get the Hall of Fame helmet as well for the 500? Dude, you'll get 10 stickers. If someone sends in 500, Mitchell Renz will run in here and do a beer boot. You'll get 10 stickers in the Hall of Fame, and I'll do a boot with them. That's all happening if someone does that. So there you go. Bullshits. We need to not forget about the Bears' incompetence to develop a quarterback. O-line also has a long way to go. Well, that's why you're hoping Shane Waldron, Thomas Brown, this new offensive staff, Kerry Joseph, do a better job than the last guys did. Getsy and Janoko didn't get it done, so you're hoping this new staff does. Mike Riley with the 10. What if Poles found a quarterback he likes as much or more than Caleb, willing to trade down a few, get some capital, grab that QB, media forced to play the new QB right away? Well, yeah, he shouldn't be influenced by the media in any way, and I don't think he is. And yeah, I've said that. If he likes another quarterback better, I still would just take him one, just be convicted in it. But if you get very good intel that you can trade down with Washington, like say they like Drake more than Caleb, hypothetically, and Washington wants to move up. Well, Washington probably wants to move up for Caleb because of Cliff Kingsbury. Then sure, make that swap and draft Caleb. But that's the only exception for me. Like, otherwise, just take your guy number 1. That's it. Andres, that 4th round pick that we sent was the pick got from Philly for trading down from 1 when they took Jalen Carter. Kind of wild to think about. I thought the Bears traded their own pick here. Let me double check that. Let me double check. Yeah, they traded their own, but having the extra 4th round pick definitely helped, though, Andres. Albert Breer says it's the 110th pick that they traded. So, oh, man. Avery, who did Sam Howell go to? Seattle. Seahawks trade for him. Oh! We'll get back to Niehoff in a second because Glenn Miller, boom! We will be in the playoffs this year. Poles has done a superb job. Top 4 defense, top 15 offense. It will be a fun year. From your lips to God's ears, please. I hope you're right, Glenn. You get two Hall of Fame stickers, Glenn. Shout out to Glenn. Shout out to Glenn. Let's go back to Niehoff here. He says, Matt Eberflus cooking, Ryan Poles plan. Come on, you know he all in on pot JF1. Confused by what you're saying here. I know Flus likes Justin a lot, if that's what you're saying. He's been a Justin supporter for sure. And I have too. I think you guys think I'm not. That's not the case. Not the case at all. All right. Don't even have a cough. I'm just trying to clear my throat. Paul Enos. Regardless of who is quarterback, team is looking great. Great point. I agree. Couldn't agree more. You're in a good position regardless. The expectation for either quarterback is going to be to lead this team to the playoffs. So, what do you think is the most likely plan? Type K for keep Justin Fields or D for draft a quarterback? I'll get some shout-outs here. Can you fill up my water, please? Plenty of ice in there. I just need the H2O aspect. Thank you very much. What's the QB plan? Keep Justin Fields. Draft a QB number 1. What do you guys think? I just put a poll up. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah. No, I gotcha. Man, it is neck and neck. 49% keep Justin Fields. I did not mean to put a question mark after that. That was a typo. 51% draft the QB number 1. It's tight. Matt saying keep. Fabian saying keep. Charles says draft. Colbert says draft. Keep them flying in. Appreciate it. We got to keep flying through these supers. We got Phillip. You know what? Another 5 for the folks who won't let HG have an opinion about the QB. He's been a Justin support through it all. HG's real. Appreciate that, Phillip. You can like Justin Fields and still want to draft Caleb. That's my stance. Wes, do you think this changes the position that they will draft at number 9? Do they still look at wide receiver? It's possible. If Neighbors or Odunze is still there, I would still consider it, but I think if they can, they would like to trade down from that pick for more capital. I do. Peter Bahi, QB1 Brett Rippon finally has some weapons. The Brett Rippon Tyson Bagent competition is going to move mountains, Peter. Aaron Wolf, looks like they're keeping Fields. You don't trade for Keenan Allen for a rookie. Why not? You don't want to help the rookie out? Isn't the point, if you're going to play a rookie quarterback, to get him as much help as possible? Just because they failed to do that for Justin Fields or Mitch Trubisky doesn't mean they shouldn't do it for the next guy. Samuel, what do you think about trading out of 9 for a 2nd and 3rd this year and a 1st next year? That's a lot you're getting back. I'd do that right now. Even just for a 2nd and 3rd, as long as you're, still in the 1st as well. Like, say you trade from 9 to 18 or something, and you get that team 2nd and 3rd or something. That'd be great. Joseph, kind of think it's messed up if they add all these players and don't give Fields a chance to go. Look, I've said this. I'll keep saying it. I'll continue to say it. Justin Fields has not had the fairest shake here. He hasn't. I would argue he's gotten screwed to an extent. But you can't change it. You can't go back in time. You can't sit there and say, oh, let's go in my time machine. Let's take this player. Let's fire Matt Nagy a year earlier so he starts as a rookie with a different coach. Like, you can't. You have a guy entering year 4 who still has question marks. Like, just because you screwed a guy doesn't mean you still shouldn't draft the next guy, if that makes sense. Is it fair to Fields? Fuck no, it's not fair. It makes me sick to an extent. But that's the NFL, man. Like, it's unfortunately a lot of these quarterbacks don't get thrown into a great situation. And that was definitely true for Justin Fields. Tedros, what's your way too early prediction? Allen and Moore fully healthy all season. Who gets more yards, most receptions, most touchdowns individually? I think Moore is the number 1, but I don't think he'll have 1364. I think maybe he's like in the 1,200 range and Allen's around 1,000. High 9s, the wealth is going to be spread. The wealth is going to be spread. There's no doubt about that. I think they're both going to be good. It's crazy. When you combine their stats from last year, they combined for over 2,500 yards and 15 touchdowns. Poppy Chulo sits trade down for Fuaga to replace one of the guards. Interesting idea. The Bears sent a huge contingency to Oregon State's Pro Day. They were at Oregon's too. JPJ in a trade down, maybe. Who knows? Dwayne 10. Do you think teams are hesitant or worried of getting taken advantage of the trade with the Bears due to the haul Poles was able to get last year? I don't think so. If teams want the number 1 pick, they're going to call the Bears. Teams always are looking for quarterbacks. I guarantee you Washington has called. I'm sure the Patriots have called. I bet the Giants have called. I bet the Vikings. The Vikings had a visit with Caleb Williams at the NFL Combine. I'm sure a lot of teams have called. SCJ, bear down, FGB. Get the FGBs going. Appreciate it. Snobby Lobby, I want to apologize when we trade the pick. You guys know nothing. What will you say if that pick is traded? I told you what I'll say. I will come on the show and say I was wrong. I'll say the people who said they were going to trade the pick was right. I don't think I'll be wrong, but if I am, I'm a man enough to admit it. Like, not everything I've ever said has been right. I'm sure not everything you guys have said has ever been right in your lives either. It's my opinion. It's my prediction. I think they're drafted Caleb number 1. If they trade the pick for a haul, I'll admit I was wrong, and I'll have analysis for that and reaction, like I always do. Zach, what do you think about Tyler Boyd as a wide receiver 3, trading back from 9 to restock the draft? I'd be open to it. I feel like with Keenan Allen's cap hit, Tyler Boyd might still get a decent payday. I mean, Curtis Samuel got 3 years and $30 million. I could see Boyd getting something similar. Not sure Poles pays that for a number 3 after having a high price number 2. But maybe. You never know. You never know. Boozy Dodson, FGB, let's go Bears! Get the FGBs going. Continue to subscribe. We're getting closer to 90K. We're also a couple other metrics. We're less than 200 likes away from 1,000. Told you guys I would do a beer bong. Got the Merbonga ready. Also, we're $30 away from 1,000. That would be a beer boot. We'll knock all that out for you guys once we hit those metrics. If we somehow hit 90,000 subs tonight, I'd do another beer boot. That's 450 away. Got a long way to go on that, but we got there. I'd do another one. Emiliano, Atlanta, Arizona, the Chargers, the Giants, Tennessee, New England, all teams with wide receiver needs. Emmett Shea, Roma Dunze, Malik Neighbors might all be gone at 9. Trade back, go edge, give Caleb his boy Rice later on. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. Definitely possible. Enrique with the 5. Appreciate it, Enrique. Derek Ball, FGB, Poles down to 4 picks. He really won't trade 1. I don't think he will. Could he? Of course he could. Draft hasn't come and gone yet. Until that happens, it's possible, but I don't think he is. Aaron, JF1 for life. Keenan Allen going to get it done. Thrill for Keenan Allen. I'm always going to be a Justin Fields fan. If he's the starter here, cheer my ass off for him. If he's the starter elsewhere, I'll cheer for him unless he's playing the Bears. Max Deering, what do you think about Cooper DeJean at number 1 and McConkey at number 9? I think you're trolling, but both are good prospects. Angel Pena, I have a strong belief that Poles will trade number 1 because we only have 4 picks this year. There's a lot of holes on the team. Here's what's interesting. Other than edge and maybe another defensive tackle, what holes are there? I mean, when you really think about it, like, they've rebuilt this well. Both safety spots are filled. You have a number 3 safety, Jonathan Owens. You still have Elijah Hicks to be your 4th safety. You have 4 good corners. Jalen Johnson, Tyreek Stevenson, Kyler Gordon, and Terrell Smith. You even have Josh Blackwell and Jalen Jones behind them. You have 4 good linebackers. You're starting 3, which is Edwards, Edmonds, and Sanborn. You've still got Noah Sewell. You got Amon O, who you just signed. You got Montez Sweat. Yeah, you're projecting with Dexter a little bit, but let's say he fills that role. You need a couple defensive linemen. Maybe one offensive lineman, high-level starter. Like, sure, you can continue to add and upgrade there. You could upgrade left tackle if you want to. You don't have, like, it's not like you have 8 holes. Like, you filled a lot of holes the last couple of years. Ryan Poles has done a nice job. No Palencia. Can definitely see them drafting D-line with the 9th pick. Yeah, absolutely. If they love an edge there, they could take him. They could trade down a few spots, get him later. Edge feels like the most likely pick now, but we'll see what it ends up being. Tyler, get the bear downs in the chat for Tyler. Bear down Harrison, what do you think the plan for us to get more draft picks? Don't like where we sit right now on total picks. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't either. I don't think this is going to end up being one of those drafts where Ryan Poles has 10 picks. Like the first year, I think he had 11 picks. Could you get to 6 or 7? I don't think you need 10. I would trade down from 9, try to get a couple extra. Maybe trade down from 75 as well. If you trade Justin Fields, you would think you'll get 1 or 2 picks. So there's still avenues to get picks. I'm not losing sleep over trading a 4th-round pick for Keenan Allen. Good luck finding a guy in the 4th round as good as Keenan Allen is. Rick Bernico. Do the Bears in a win-win situation, no matter who the QB is? I think the Bears win sooner with Justin and a little later with Caleb. FGB goes Bears. And look, it's very plausible that Justin Fields in 2024 versus a rookie could give you a better chance to win more games this year. But I still think the ultimate goal of Super Bowls, resetting the contract clock, and I think with the upside of Caleb Williams, he gives you the better chance to do that, which is the ultimate goal. Leaf Noggle, Justin Jefferson with number 1. That would be something. I don't think that's happening. Alan Knox with the 20, first-time super chatter today, spinning a little bread just to say we stacked. Let's go, FGB. Love the show. Alan Knox, you're our MVP so far tonight, brother. You're balling out. You and Peter K. Darian Wells, do you think Allen gets extended to lower the cap hit? Certainly possible. Maybe they might go through the physical first, see how they feel about things, but 1 or 2 year extension, maybe it's a 2-year extension with the turns it into a 3-year contract. 3rd year is kind of mostly non-guaranteed. I could see something like that. Dreaded Geek, do you think this is make or break for Eberflus with this type of talent? You better not miss the playoffs, man. Come on, Flus. Let's go. NRG, bro. Swift, Moore, Allen, Komet. My nips can cut glass right now. Let's get Shane Falco in here and run it. FGBs for Falco. That's funny. Philip, a 4th because I love life. You're the man, Philip. I appreciate it. Jack, how many more supers do we have? Because I want to do like a mailbag cut. You want to just pick a spot and we can get into a cut? If you want, we could do Manscaped because that cut's getting scrapped. We're going to do a mailbag, so keep sending in your questions. I know a lot of super chats to go. We'll get those into the mailbag as well, so keep firing them away. A1 Steakhouse. Justin seems safer, taller, can run, can win against NFL teams. They were robbed a few games. I've said I think you can win with Justin. I just think your ceiling of winning higher with Caleb for a longer window on a rookie contract gives you more opportunities. That's all. The Bears should have been 10-7 last year, but I would go with Caleb. I would take the swing. I think it's a calculated swing. That's what I would do. If you love the trade, like this video. We crossed 1,000. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into this mailbag segment here. Kind of what we've been doing, but a little more formalized. You guys react to the trade. Ask me with the other questions, other trade ideas, draft, free agency, etc. After that, we will knock out a beer boot. If we get to 1,000 likes, we will do a beer bong as well. We'll continue to hang out for a little bit and keep the conversation going. Once things die down, we'll sign off. So let's get into this mailbag cut. Hashtag Bears or Super Chat. So many Super Chats to get to, so we got to prioritize those first. Here we go. With Keenan Allen getting traded to the Chicago Bears on Thursday night, we're going to do a little reaction mailbag. If you have any thoughts about this, if you have any other questions, what else could the Bears do in the free agency, in the draft coming up, other trades, fire them away. My name is Harrison Graham. Welcome into Bears Now. And today's mailbag, by the way, is sponsored by Manscaped. We appreciate Manscaped for sponsoring today's show. They've been a proud sponsor for several years now here at Chat Sports. I love the below-the-waist grooming, but also the beard hedger from Manscaped. Get 20% off with promo code BEARS20 at manscaped.com. We'll tell you a little bit more about the great folks at Manscaped here in a little bit. A1 Steakhouse. Justin seems safer, taller, can run, can win against NFL teams. They were robbed a few games. So obviously a lot of Caleb-Justin debate after the Keenan Allen trade. I still think they're drafted Caleb. I think they're setting the table for Caleb, starting that championship window. I know Allen's a little older, but I still think he helps Caleb this year at minimum, and if you extend him for longer. So, yeah. Could it be Justin? Perhaps, but I think it's Caleb. Aaron Wolf riding the polls. Yeah, Ryan Poles getting it done once again. Appreciate it, Aaron. Michael Sadowski, similar question to Robert here. Hopefully Bears go after Tyler Boyd. Thoughts? Robert says, what about Tyler Boyd, 12, 15 a year? That's a little high for me. I'd think like 8 to 10. Curtis Samuel got 10 a year. He's a little younger. So I'm open to it. I doubt they go that route since Keenan Allen's cap hit is so big. Hopefully they extend Allen to lower the cap hit a little bit. But you don't have to force it with the Tyler Boyd now because you got Keenan Allen in here. Ramsey T, do you think the Chargers pay for any of Allen's contract or the Bears pay he's all owed? Also, do you see Poles work on an extension for him before the start of the season? I think part of the reason the Chargers traded him was to get out of the contract. So I think the Bears are absorbing it. It's only 1 year. If you extend him, you can lower the cap hit. So I think the Bears are taking it on. I do think they could work on an extension. They got to get through the physical first. 1 or 2 year extension. I give him a 2-year extension with the third year, if you're including this year plus 2 more years, kind of mostly non-guaranteed. So you for sure lock him in for this year in 2025, and then if he's still going strong, you keep him for 2026. Doma DeGrado, next mock draft video is going to be pretty short. What positions do you think we will fill in the draft? Well, little teaser, if we do a mock, probably trading down from number 9. Obviously, you need edge, need another edge next to Montez Sweat. It seemed like they were in on DJ Wanham, but he signed with Carolina before he visited the Bears, so he's off the board. But, yeah, I mean, ideally you trade down from 9 to like the teens, still get one of those top edges like Latu or Verse. Turner if he's there, although I think he's going to go pretty early. And then you get some extra picks. What do you think is the most likely quarterback plan after trading for Keenan Allen? Do you think it's keeping Justin Fields? If so, type K for keep. If you think it's drafting a quarterback like Caleb Williams or someone else, type D for draft. Pen comment on today's show, K for keep Justin Fields or D for draft a quarterback. Aaron Wolf, I got the flues from smoking poles. Love it, Aaron. Adam Kaufman, I just want a winning record. It's been so long. I'm with you. Should have been there this year. No excuse for it to not be next year. Sean Joseph Collins with the 2. Appreciate it. B. Shep, Field, Swift, Moore, Keenan, MHJ, Komet, Gerald Everett, the greatest show on grass. Don't think it ends up happening. I think they draft Caleb. But, yeah, I mean, MHJ, DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen might be the greatest trio on paper in NFL history. F. Dizzle, think the Bears can be a top 10 offense this year? I don't know if I'm ready to say top 10, but I don't think it's impossible. That's hard to reach with a rookie. I think it'd be hard to reach with Fields too, but the ingredients are there, whoever the quarterback is. If it can all come together, if Waldron's the right fit at OC, I don't see why not. I think if you give me top 15 this year with the top 10 defense, you should be a playoff team. If you're top 10 on both sides of the ball, you're officially a dangerous team. Evan K, Seahawks drafted JSN, even with Metcalf and Lockett. MHJ is still a possibility, even though this move screams Caleb to me. Yeah, look, I'm not going to completely dismiss it. The difference there, Evan, is the Seahawks, number one, they got him with the 20th pick. And number two, they didn't have the number 1 pick in position to take a quarterback. Like, that was not under consideration. That's a big difference here. Jaden Ortiz, I bet you Poles flips Herbert for a pick. Book it. I could see that. I could see them flipping Khalil Herbert. Depending on the pick, I would actually like to keep him. I think as a number 2 back, he's been very productive. He led the NFL in yards per carry 2 years ago as David Montgomery's number 2. Like, I think in that role, he's very proven. And if it's like a 6th-round pick, I'd rather just keep him. I think 1 year of Khalil Herbert is probably more valuable than a 6th. So we'll see what happens, but you could be right. I've had that same thought. Khalil Herbert could be traded. Trade in what other garbage products you're using to shave down stairs and start using the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra with Manscaped, because spring is here, which means it's time for spring cleaning. Manscaped this season, make sure to groom your carpets and the drapes with the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Clear out that winter bush with Manscaped, the Lawnmower 5.0, and watch your confidence bloom like the springtime flowers. It's starting to warm up outside. Maybe you could start to heat up in the bedroom, if you know what I'm saying. The 5.0 Ultra is fantastic. This 5th-generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. What I love about Manscaped, yeah, it's the 5.0. They continue to improve their products just like the Bears continue to improve your roster. You should never rest on your laurels. Get going with Manscaped today. Use promo code BEARS20 to get 20% off. It's not just the Lawnmower 5.0. There's tons of other products as well. I'm a big fan of their Beard Hedger Pro Kit as a beard guy. If you're a beard guy, go check that out. Manscaped.com, promo code BEARS20. Get going with Manscaped today. All right. Buff Cartier, I think if we take Caleb and Dallas Turner, as my computer's talking to me, Super Bowl 60. So that's 2 Super Bowls from now, right? We just played Super Bowl 58. That'd be wild, man. I think 2025, if things go right, if you hit on this quarterback, you could be entering that season as one of the top Super Bowl contenders. I don't think you're there this year. I think you're like Like, the Bears are going to be one of those teams if they draft Caleb, or even if they keep Fields, that's going to be like the trendy, like, dark horse NFC contender. But if they have a good year this year, let's say they make the playoffs, win a playoff game, kind of like the Texans did last year, 2025, they could be like, whoa, could this team make a run to the Super Bowl? Maybe. Ricky, I hate to say it, but the Bears are going to keep Fields and still draft Caleb. Then once a team loses their starter, Fields becomes the sexiest option. I could see that scenario. If you don't like the trades you're getting between now and training camp, you keep both. Injury happens across the league. Boom. Fields becomes a sexier trade target. That could definitely happen. P.S. What round do you think Will Levis will go in? Well, he got drafted last year. Do you mean fantasy? I don't know, late rounds? A little confused there. Tito, this is killing me. It needs to be April already. I'm with you, man. Just tell me what the quarterback situation is going to be. I feel confident that I'm right, but I don't know for sure. We'll see. Manuel, there's question marks in Caleb and Fields, but there seems to be very few with MHJ. Even with Allen added 32-year-old draft to clear generational talent. I hear what you're saying. I've said MHJ is the safest and biggest guarantee player in this draft. The thing is, you need the quarterback. Like, if you hit on the quarterback, he has a far bigger impact. So, I love Marvin Harrison Jr. I would take Caleb Williams. Mike Darling, appreciate the late night live video, FGB. Shout out my wife for letting me come in late. Nah, she's always the best. She's supportive. But yeah, man, when it's big news like this, if we're able to, we like to go live. At minimum, we make a video, which we also put out a video of the trade as well for Keenan Allen. So we got you guys covered. And if you want to hit me back with some support, just hit the subscribe button. It's free. The super chats are awesome. The donations are amazing. But getting those subs up, more eyeballs on this channel, that helps us too. We appreciate it. The road to 90,000 means the road to 100,000 is just around the corner. So you guys have been insane. We've gone from Mitch Trubisky, Nick Foles debates 3 years ago to Justin Fields, Caleb Williams debates. I'd say we've come a long way. Mo Mizzle, Swift played with Justin in Georgia. Hint. DeAndre Swift made a couple of nice comments about Justin. That's my guy, this and that. He also said he hasn't heard from Justin since they signed him. I don't know what to make of that. I don't look too much into that at all, if I'm being honest. Jake, looking for Keenan highlights, came across a podcast called Guilty as Charged. Those guys acted like someone died. They said we are going to love Keenan. Bear fucking down. Guy's a pro's pro. He's productive as hell. Yeah, I think he's going to fit in great. Another vet in the locker room. And I think this is notable too. Ryan Poles signs Kevin Byard, a 31-year-old safety, to a 2-year deal. He trades for Keenan Allen, a receiver who's going to be 32 next season. These are not moves he would have made last year or the year before. He's trying to win now. Doesn't mean 2024's all-in Super Bowl, but he's trying to be a competitive team, a contender. He's trying to put pieces in place. I love it. Vegas, I think we should keep QB1. Too much drama with Caleb. Bull Carp. I think bull crap. I think the drama around Caleb is mostly manufactured. There's minor things, but I think, quite frankly, people are trying to attack his character, and I don't think that's cool. If you don't want Caleb, that's fine, but you don't have to we don't have to manufacture these things to bring the kid down. Murray 17, think the odds of keeping Fields and drafting Caleb are increasing. Also would like to see collision with Tom Grossi for Bears-Packers game. I mean, collab there? I mean, Grossi, sucks he's a Packers fan. That's one of the biggest guys on YouTube, though. He obviously does a great job. If he's in, I'm in. If he wants to collab for a game. But, yeah, Caleb, keeping Justin draft Caleb, it's possible, man. Do you want them to coexist here? That's a different question. I don't know if you want to create that environment, but I wouldn't completely dismiss it. Grade the trade, Keenan Allen for a 4th-round pick. It is the Bears' own 4th. They still have the Philadelphia 4th from the Darnell Wright trade from last year. A, B, C, D, or F. Grade the trade of Keenan Allen to Chicago. To me, it's an A++. Alan Knox with a 50. He gets a helmet sticker. We're 50% off tonight. Poles sitting back laughing. He is too high level to let the window pass to trade Justin and get caught holding the bag. And Poles, I trust, took us from the worst cap position to having options. Like HG said, be excited. I think you should be excited either way. And by the way, I'll still be very excited about this season, even if they trade down from number 1. I might disagree with the decision, but I'll still be very excited about this team's potential. Trent Johnson, what would be better? Trade number 9 for picks and draft JPJ or an edge like Latu or Verse? I'd lean edge, but I'm not opposed to JPJ. Let him compete for the starting job. If not, he could take over in 2025. So, yeah, I think you need edge help. It's a bigger need right now, but I do like JPJ as well. Appreciate all of the questions. Appreciate everybody who has subscribed to the channel. Let's get to 90,000 ASAP. We'll continue to bring you more content here on the show. Man, the voice is struggling here. All right. Bulkster with $1. Appreciate it. Marco lifts. Some fans would have traded Mahomes for more picks. Mahomes, yeah, I don't think he's ever getting traded. Froggy. My voice is groggy. Trade down, draft JPJ. FGB, love HG. Appreciate it, Froggy. Get the FGBs going. Poppy Chulo sits. Shout out Bill Polian for A++. Hiring of Ryan Poles. Polian's real MVP. Yeah, he helped bring Poles in here. Give him credit. Lexus Tech. Do you see Poles still drafting receiver or edge now at 1-9? I would lean edge, but I think trade down is the best of both worlds. John Joseph Collins, I think the master plan is Super Bowl ready year 1 of new stadium. That's still probably 4 years away at the earliest. Once shovel hits dirt, it's at least 3 years. So you're looking at 2028 at the earliest, probably. Imperial Gaming, Caleb Williams asked the Bears if they want to win. Bears answered. I would say trading for Keenan Allen's a pretty strong response. That's a good super chat. It's good super chat. Stephen Pratt's updated cap situation. Thanks for coming on. I don't know exactly. I think it's probably around $20 million because we don't know the cap hit for Kevin Byard yet. Coleman Shelton's only a couple $1,000,000. That's not much. I'm going to guess around $20 million right now because Keenan Allen's was 23, which is why they should extend him and lower that cap hit. Darius Adams, what is the Venmo? I want him to start running. Okay, I'll put it in the chat. So down there at the bottom, I'll put the link in the chat that you can click to as well. Pretty late in the process. We have to get Mitch on the phone. At H Graham NFL. If you still want to do it, I'm sure we can get Mitch up here. I'd say do it quick, though. It's almost 11:30. I mean, he made that offer like an hour ago. So, in the meantime, Jack, will you fill up a beer boot for me? Happy Dad boot. And here, you can grab from here once you walk over here. Darius, that was Venmo. Dylan McCullough, if the Bears don't go QB at 1, what do you think they should decide to do instead? Trade the number 1 and draft 2, or just sit at 1 and take the player? The Bears don't go QB at 1. What do you think they decide to do instead? Trade. Oh, if they don't take a QB at 1, you're trading down. I love Marvin Harrison Jr., but the trade back has too much value to not trade back if you're not taking a quarterback. Just not going to happen. Oh, boy. Jack, we're going to have to get Mitch on the phone. Do we have the graphic where you're able to flash it? I just slacked it to you. We're going to have to get Mitch on the phone. My goodness. Oh, boy. We're going to have to get Mitch on the phone. Things are happening. Oh. Jack says Mitch is awake. He just messaged him. Is he able to do it? He said, LOL, give me a few. I think he's coming. We're going to get you a graphic on screen. I want to savor the moment for the person who just sent this in. He deserves his moment. I'm going to start loading up his stickers. He gets 10 stickers. This is about to get wonky. This is about to get wonky. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is about to get wonky. Loading up the stickers. Loading up the stickers. Got 5 on there. Got to fill those out and do 5 more. Because this one on Venmo is coming in from Darius Adams. Boom! 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 A $500 Venmo. Get the booms in the chat. I'm getting Darius' own sticker army on the Helmet Hall of Fame here. He gets 10 of them. Darius Adams. Darius Adams. What a legendary performance from Darius Adams. Writing his name 10 times here. There's my boot I got to do. Do I wait for Mitch and do a race? Do we have a... Yep. Hang on a second. My brain isn't functioning quickly enough. We'll do a race when Mitch gets here. I owe a beer bong anyway and 3 likes. We need 3 more likes, so I'll do that first. And then when Mitch gets here. When Mitch gets here, we'll do a race. All right. We'll do a beer bong right now. Darius Adams, all of these stickers on this section here are yours. They're all yours. Shout out to Darius Adams. Oh, this one's like not punctured properly. Uh-oh. Look at this. It's like, shit. No, hang on. There we go. It was like, you see, it was kind of like, so it didn't open all the way. It's all good. I got it now. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. For 1,000 likes, we got a beer race coming up. Beer boot race. Cheers. Can we get a round of applause for Darius Adams? Shout out Darius Adams. Shout out Darius Adams. Shout out Darius Adams. What a legend, man. What a legend. Oh, I still got to get, whose 50 did we do during the mailbag? I think it was Alan Knox, so he gets another sticker too. Got another 50 coming up for Isaiah Harris. Shout out Isaiah Harris. He says, I want a great offense for once in my life. Now we have great receivers. Can we see over 3,000 passing yards, 11 Kansas City, Missouri. I see a great team every Sunday before or after the Bears game. It's not luck. I want to win no matter who the quarterback is. Bear down. If the starting quarterback for the Bears doesn't throw for 3,000 yards next year, that's a major problem. I will say that right here, right now. That is a major problem. There's no reason not to. No reason. FGB, Isaiah, you got yourself a sticker, my friend, right there. Right there. We got Rick, or RCK, either the best wide receiver room or good rookie situation. Give me Caleb, and you still have a really good receiver room. Like, if Caleb can't make it work with, oh boy. Oh boy. Things are getting weird. Things are getting weird. Mitch is going to be running home because Peter K. Boom! 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 Shout out to Peter K. with the $300 super chat. Peter K. That's 6 more stickers for Peter K. Oh my goodness. This is getting wild. Peter K. Tell you what, this helmet's going to fill out quick. Shout out Peter K. What was the last one? Was the last one a 50? I don't want to miss out. I hit Isaiah. Okay. Shout out Peter K. I'm making sure I get all of his on here. Who we got next here? Paul Enos with the 5. Draft Caleb at 1. Trade 9 to get JPJ trade down and get an edge and receiver in round 2. Edge past round 1 isn't great, so you got to consider that. But not a bad idea, Paul. Not a bad idea. Roberto, appreciate the 10. Do you think Clowney or Chase Young would be something to consider? I would prefer Clowney. What other would you like on defensive line? I would prefer Clowney. Look, maybe you bring back Ngakoue for cheap and you draft an edge early. That's certainly an option as I finish Peter K here. Peter K. 2 more here. But that's how I would be looking at it. Shout out Peter K. We got Josh. Got Josh with the 2. Someone says, damn, what's up with Yannick? I mean, he's a free agent. Had that ankle surgery. If he's cheap, I mean, $4 or $5 million bucks. Run on stream. We can't keep the stream going. Like, we don't have the ability to do that tonight. I mean, do we in general? Yes, if it's planned, but not on a whim like this. Not on a whim like this. Prophet Jaegerbomb. Keenan wears 13. Caleb's number. Clear sign they are keeping Fields. But hey, if Fields flops, Shador and Arch coming in the next couple drafts. I don't think the jersey number has any impact, but it'll be interesting to see who wears number 13 because Tyler Scott currently does. Keenan Allen likes 13, and so does Caleb, so be interesting. James Petrosky with the 5. Appreciate it, James. The Notcast, I know you're right with Caleb, but do you think this trade helps the keeping Fields case at all or more towards taking Caleb? I mean, I think it helps both guys, whichever way they go, because it's another weapon. But I think they're setting the table for Caleb. That's my opinion. But obviously a good receiver helps both guys, no doubt. Appreciate it, though. Ryan with the 10. Caleb was interacting with Bears fans at the PGA Tour today, and he just liked the post with the Keenan trade plus tons of other Bears tweets. Where's all the people who said he didn't want to play here now? Yeah, I saw when he was walking in, he said, must be a lot of Bears fans here because they were cheering him on. So, yeah, I mean, look, he said, do you want to win? And the Bears are making moves to help the offense. I mean, pretty strong move to go get Keenan Allen, if you ask me. Pretty strong move to go get Keenan Allen, if you ask me. So, Oh, man. Oh, man. 708 Robert D. Would you rather have Derrick Henry over DeAndre Swift? I'm just really worried about Swift's injury history. I like the idea of Henry a little bit more. I understand why they went with Swift. He's younger, way less mileage, also is a better pass catcher. So I understand why they did. I liked the idea of Henry as a physical runner, but maybe they don't view him as a fit in this wide zone running attack. I'm not sure. I'm not upset with Swift. I thought it was a good move. 400 subs away from 90,000. 400 subs away. Less than 400. Can we get there? Probably not tonight, but I'd be sick if we could get there by St. Patty's Day on Sunday. Appreciate all the love y'all are showing tonight. Y'all are some real ones. Y'all are some real ones. The VOD's at 14K. Josh, are we finally getting a 4,000-yard passer? Could happen. C.J. Stroud threw for 4,200 as a rookie. Could Caleb Williams? I don't think Justin Fields will if you keep him just because he will run a lot, but he'll put up a ton of yards. We know he's going to run for a bunch if you keep him. So, got to think there's a good chance in the near future. For sure, you're getting well above 3,000, I would think. For sure, well above 3. Heath Markham, Harrison at QB. Who cares what this team that Poles is putting together? You don't want me at quarterback, although I was a middle school quarterback back in the day, believe it or not. I know this peak male physique may not suggest that, but your boy has a decent cannon. Now, the Chat Sports office quarterback is actually walking through over there, Marshall Green. He's our Knicks Now host. Knicks just got done playing, so he's lurking. He could sling that pigskin, I'll tell you that. Peter K., 503-mile run. Since I did 150 today, we'll do 350 more. Will it count? Just negotiating like a GM. I'll tell you what. I think YouTube caps you at 500, so you'd have to go switch to Venmo or a second account. But if you did another 350, I would do the longest workout I've done recently has been an hour and 10 minutes. I will do a 90-minute workout on my exercise bike at some point in the next week if you do that. I've been trying to shed weight. I didn't work out for like a week and a half, 2 weeks because I was pretty sick, but I got going again this week. So, oh, is that a while ago, Peter? Okay, yeah. Mitch has got you covered on what you sent. But hey, if you want to go 350 more, I'll offer that too. Mike Darling, if we draft Caleb, who wears 13? A lot of 13 questions. Who knows, man? I feel like if Caleb wants it, he'll get it. Peace out. Did the Knicks win? Let's ride, baby. Is OG good or is he hurt? He didn't come back? Oh, he played? Oh, boy. That's not good. All right. Josh Roberts. I don't know what happens with 13. I would guess Caleb if he gets going. Josh Roberts. Did I read Josh Roberts there? Let's go back to Josh Roberts. With the shortest explanation why Caleb over Justin again instead of trading back for one. I just think Caleb, it resets the QB clock. There's still questions about Justin as a passer. I think Caleb has a higher floor and a higher ceiling. I like Justin a lot. I think you can win with Justin. I think Caleb gives you a better chance at some point to win Super Bowls. So that's the reason. Cody's Collectibles. Appreciate it. Kenyon, I want Bears now to be our next center. Keep Justin. Well, you got Coleman Shelton for that. You don't need me. Why Bears? No excuse to not beat Green Bay at least. Packers are still good. Lions are still good. NFC North could be loaded, man. I do think the Vikings are the worst team in the division, but other than that, the other three could be really good. James Petrowski, FGB, do you see a situation where the Bears sit Williams and let Fields play his last year out? I mean, maybe. I still don't think they're both on this team come week one. Could they be through the draft? Maybe. Time will tell. Mr. Ricci, which pace setup JF1 as it looks like Poles is setting at Williams. That's such a valid point. I wish Justin Fields walked into a better situation here. He walked into a situation where a GM and head coach were halfway out the door. They didn't give him any reps, then they threw him into the fire in Cleveland without any of those reps. That wasn't fair. Then they get fired. The new GM tears down the roster, which was smart because you had a bunch of aging players. You had to fix the cap, but it didn't help Justin take proper strides in year 2, even though he did have a breakout year, especially as a runner. He made some magic happen. And then this year, it wasn't perfect, but it was certainly better, and Justin improved, but he didn't take that big leap. That injury in the middle of the year didn't help, so yeah, just unfortunate, man. Life isn't fair sometimes. Life isn't fair. Sure, all of you know this by now, but if any new viewers are joining, Keenan Allen was traded to the Bears a couple of hours ago for the number 110 overall pick, 4th-round pick for Keenan Allen, $23 million cap hit for this year. The Bears can absorb that. That's why being cap flexible helps. We'll see if they extend him to lower that cap hit for this year. I would imagine that will be considered and discussed. But if they want to just use it as a rental, they can do that too and see how this year plays out, then decide to re-sign him in the future if they want to. Grade the trade A, B, C, D, or F. A, B, C, D, or F. Let's go. Let's go. So Mitch has started his run. We got Todd. Were you here last time when it happened? How long did it take him? I mean, 3 months. That's pretty quick. Like he sprint here? Wow. Maybe it's just under 3 miles. Ethan says A. Ron says B. Majan says A++. Scott says A. Olive says A. It's Gabe says A. A+ from Alex. Lots of A's. Couple B's sprinkled in. Luis, Paul, Trace, Ethan, Chastity, Chasing Greatness, C+ from B-Face. I don't see how you could give it below a B. Brian says B, Ethan A, B Martini A, JJ King says A. Here we go. J Bills Games. Harrison, let's go, man. Hype to the moon. Bring me Caleb. Let's go. Side note, is it bad to be pessimistic about them drafting him? No. I don't think so. Again, it's not I'm not 100%, but I feel confident that they're taking Caleb. I'd give it, on my confidence meter, 90%. I think that's where they're going. It's not final. They still have the top 30 visit and a pro day to attend, but I feel pretty firm in that decision. Gavin Drums, Harrison, I love you, Bear Down. I love you too, Gavin. I love everyone in the chat. Love you all. Bear Down. Big Gus, 3 potential players with the number 13. I know. I'll say this. I don't think Tyler Scott's wearing 13 next year. And by the way, if you're Tyler Scott, little bidding war, guy's on a 4th-round rookie contract. I mean, he's still making good money, but you could get 6 figures for that number potentially. So I'd start a bidding war if I was him. Josh Roberts, appreciate it. Prophet Jaegerbaum, move Fields to running back. They're not moving Fields to running back, and if they tried to do that, I guarantee he'd request a trade. He's a quarterback in this league. I think he's a starting quarterback in this league. Whether the NFL agrees with me or not, that remains to be seen. Marco lifts. Caleb liked the Keenan trade tweet. Hashtag QB1, hashtag FGB. He's also keeping tabs on Hester wanting Fields over in. Ben here says 20K subs. Keep it up. Yeah, Caleb's a keep receipts guy. I've noticed that. 20K, that's a long time. That's probably what, since 2021 season. So shout out to you, Marco. That's awesome. Caleb Williams, you were here in 22. Yeah, you were. Oh, the early days for sure. Caleb Williams, if it's you can hop on the show anytime. Can't wait to be a Bear. Draft Dallas Turner 9th. Draft Brendan Rice with the 3rd for that connection. I'm in, man. I'm in. Hey, at HGram NFL. Hit your boy up. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, we're caught up. Got to wait for Mitch. Yeah. Over 50% of the vote is keep Justin, by the way. Over 50%. K for keep Justin. D for draft a quarterback. Oh, yeah. Brett and I have seen him plenty of times. His thumbnails are carbon copy. I mean, look, people will cherry pick off other content, but don't copy the freaking thumbnail. Like, come up with your own. That is weird. That's strange. The Alex says keep. Ryan says don't. Draft. Soup says draft. B-Face says keep. Culver's. Charles. Alex saying draft. Chris saying keep. Yeah, a lot of you guys saying Caleb Williams liked the tweet. I'm going to see it for myself. Let's see. Caleb Williams, if you go to his likes. Yeah, he liked someone who quote tweeted it. Someone quote tweeted it and said, crazy, the best route runner I've seen with my own eyes, and Caleb Williams liked it. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. That's wild. That's wild. That is wild. Man. By the way, so here's interesting. Keenan Allen is due a $5 million roster bonus on Sunday. That will certainly factor in. This is from Courtney Cronin, the type of deal the Bears could offer him in an extension. So we'll see. I'm thinking like a 2-year extension. Morph it into this year, like 2 years, maybe like 2 for 40, 20 a year. The last year, like mostly non-guaranteed, something like that. I could see that. I could see that. Chase, our guy Chase Sr. Put out his NFC power rankings. This was before the Keenan Allen trade. He didn't have the Bears lurking. Got a quote tweet with the bear gif. We're back. We're back. Let's ride. Let's cook. Who wears 13? Can we poll this? Can we poll this? Let's ride. Who wears 13? We're waiting on Mitchell Renz to get here. Who wears 13? Type K for Keenan Allen, T for Tyler Scott, C for Caleb Williams. Who's rocking 13? Who's rocking 13? Go vote on the poll. Lewis says Keenan Allen. The AK says Caleb Williams. Armani's saying Tyler Scott. You hold firm, Armani. Culver says Caleb. Ethan says Keenan Allen. Finley says I don't care. I don't really care either, but we're almost 2 hours in. We might as well have a little fun here. Rudy says Keenan Allen. Rob's Card Sharp says Tyler Scott. The poll says 66% Keenan, 28% Caleb, 6% Tyler Scott. That's more than I thought T. Scott would get, if I'm being honest. You know what'll be interesting is if Keenan Allen chooses a different number, Jack, does that tip the hand of what the Bears are doing at quarterback? But I guess they could just spin it and be like, well, Tyler Scott has 13. So, yeah.
That is
like,
interesting.
Like if Keenan Allen's like, I'm rocking 3 or something like that.
If Keenan Allen's like,
because I don't think he's buying 13 and then selling it a month later.
Yeah, I think if
you know that'll happen though. If he gets 13, everyone they're keeping Justin. That'll be the spin. I know. That'll be the confirmation. Which, again, I'm cool with you having that opinion. Oh, man. Can the Bears get Antonio Brown? I'll tell you what. He might be insane, but he's pretty funny on Twitter. He's like a must follow. It's like the train. It's like the car accident that never ends. Like, what's that gif you like to pull out where the guy pulls out the lawn chair? That's me. That's it following Antonio Brown on Twitter. That's following Antonio Brown on Twitter. It's a good gif. It's a good gif. It's a good gif. Ethan goes, Justin puts on 13. That would low-key be legendary. I'm not going to lie. That would be legendary. Gavin, if you guys want a super chat, you can get some in. Also, we can get to a few hashtag Bears questions. I know not everybody can donate while we're waiting for Mitch. Gavin says, Harrison, could you shout out Chris and Troy? Chris and Troy, shout out to you. Bear down, FGB. Hope you're having a great night. Andres, come a long way from EQ and Byron Pringle as our starters. That was not that long ago. That was a year and a half ago. Come a long way. Come a long way. Since Keenan Allen came into the league in 2013, he is 6th in the NFL in receiving yards. That's pretty damn good, man. I know he's in the back nine of his career, but that's pretty damn good. Hit that sub button. Less than 400 subs away from 90,000. That'd be a dope milestone to hit. Byron Pringle was hurt that year, too. Yeah, that's the thing. He wasn't even healthy. Played like 5 games. Brutal. As some would say, brutal. Carl Sanders, hashtag Bears. We get some of these in. HG, you know something we don't you? Why Caleb or Justin? I just think based on the reporting, based what I think makes more sense, yeah, I think they'll go Caleb. So, yeah. Hit stick. Wouldn't it be savage if Caleb decided to wear number 1? That would be savage. I actually don't think he'll do that, but that would be savage. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, look, I don't know the guy personally, but people going after his character just because they want to keep Justin Fields is too much. Like, I'm cool if you want to keep Justin Fields. You don't have to tear someone else down to make that point, though. All right, Jack is going to let Mitch into the building. Oh, no. Oh, no. If you need, you can take, mine's on my desk if you need to hand him mine to get in. Getting out might be an experience, but we'll figure it out. Oh, okay. Who wears 13? Who wears 13? %65% Keenan Allen. Lenny says Keenan Allen. John says Keenan Allen. Carl. Someone says I'm finna knock out. Well, we're about to do the boot race. If you can hang on, we'll probably sign off shortly after. We've hit everything we need to. So, who wears 13? Damn, he does run pretty fast. Yeah, Darius, he booked it. He booked it up here. He booked it on up here. Harrison talking about Caleb's character, but he knows he's a red flag. I don't. No, I don't. Nothing I've seen or heard about him is a red flag. Nothing. So, someone says, no way you take a veteran's number away for a rookie. Well, technically, Tyler Scott's got the number. If he wants to keep it, I guess it's his. But if I'm Tyler Scott, I'm selling that number. I am selling that number. I am selling that number. Johnny says Caleb's a good guy. I mean, look, I'm not friends with the guy. Like, I don't know him like that, but I don't have reason to think he's a bad guy. Him skipping media wasn't a red flag. He skipped one media in his college career. He stood up there and took bullets at the combine. Calm, cool, and collective. The first guy goes out there and starts saying, and just starts yelling at him basically before he even can basically stand at the podium, and he was completely calm in answering that question and several others. mean, I was 10 feet from the guy when he was taking the bullets, and he handled it very well. Like, I'm not going to criticize a 21-year-old who decided to skip one media deal in college. Like, yeah, he's not going to be able to do that in the pros. Like, it's the NFL. But, like, the guy had a moment in college. I don't think that defines his character, or should. Like, I don't think one lapse in judgment, 10 minutes in college should determine whether or not the Bears should draft him or not. You don't want your QB thinking he's the best? Yeah, I mean, look, you want your quarterback to have a little bit of arrogance. Justin Fields got a little bit of that. He's got a little bit of edge to him. Caleb Williams is very confident, man. If your QB isn't confident, doesn't have a little cockiness, a little swagger, got to be able to back it up. But, like, to me, if that's fueled properly, that's not a bad thing, as long as it's not just way too much. You don't think these guys, these quarterbacks that make it big time in the NFL are cocky, have some arrogant? That's how they tick, man. They want to be the best. Like, they didn't get here by a fluke. This guy isn't the projected number 1 overall pick by accident. The guy's busted his ass since he was 10 years old when he decided he wanted to be a quarterback. He was a running back on his youth football team. They lost. He felt like he didn't get the ball enough and didn't have enough of an impact on his team winning. Told his dad he wanted to be a quarterback. At that moment forward, this is what his goal was. So, it's pretty admirable to me. Oh, man. Good stuff. Mitch should be up any second. Knock out this beer boot. Happy Dad boot. Marco says, I'd paint my nails if Williams keeps winning for us. I don't give a fuck. Hey, man, if the guy wants to paint his nails, I don't give a damn. Who cares? Can the guy lead and help you win or not? That's what matters. That's what matters. Mitch is in the building. He's filling up a boot. We'll hit these super chats that came in while Jack was downstairs letting them in. Oh, he got in? The Notcast. Harrison, why do you always look mad and confused? Is that a look I have? That's a good response because I'm a Bears fan. Yeah. I didn't realize I had a look like that. Jonathan Glenn, red beard. So, that comment, I'm not upset at it, but my wife Hannah always jokes that my beer's red. I'm like, it's not red. Well, if other people are saying it, maybe it is. There's a hint of red. I have acknowledged in recent years there's a hint of red in there. Says, I'm sorry, MHJ's a Bear, 4 picks man in the draft, writings on the wall, I'll bet money. I'll go $50, Jonathan. $50? $50? $50 that Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a Bear. If MHJ's a Bear, you get 50. If he's not, I get 50. Put your money where your mouth is, Jonathan. I'll go $50. Trade your only other 3 picks for Marvin. It's about effing time we had good receivers. I'm with you, Mike. Here he is. Oh, my God, you're drenched. God, the guy stinks. Look at this guy.
What a legendary trade.
Oh, 4th-round pick. Hey, get him out of the AFC West. Dude, they might suck. Are they just? They might just be punting on this year. Do they? I wonder if.
Who's the legend that did it?
So Darius, what was his last name? You got 10 stickers over here. Darius Adams. And then Peter K sent in 300.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
All right, so I got some
You went with real beer. I went with Happy Dads.
real man of genius. Yeah. That's legendary. How many more of these are we doing?
I don't know. I think the chat's running on fumes. I'm running on fumes.
All right.
I mean, I slammed some drinks earlier.
Yeah.
This is round 2.
I thought about going live when I saw the news, like on Raiders. I thought about going live when I saw the news on Raiders.
That honestly
Keenan,
might have done well.
and I was like, I'll let Harry go. And I was like, maybe I can offer my services.
Did you
I
do
was
it?
like,
Did you do a short?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, I wonder if anybody from Raider Nation will pull up and
Yeah.
do some food. So.
It's been a good stream, man. It's been fun. Great trade. Jack's going to count us down on go. Countdown from 3, 3, 2, 1, go. We start. Type M for Mitch, H for Harrison, F for H. Hey, Mitch is, oh my God. I should not have done that. Jesus. I might have to take a shower just from that. Mitch is the man. He does a great job with that channel. All right. You ready, Jack? Mitch is probably going to dust me, but we're going to give it a go.
All right.
Might give me a slight chance.
You ready?
Yeah. On
3, 2, 1, go. Everyone type chug, 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 chug. Is it gonna be Harry? Or is it gonna be Mitch? Chug, 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 chug. Oh, a lot of spillage on both ends. Oh, everyone type chug. Everyone type chug. Oh. Got a waterfall on Harrison's side, and Mitch takes it.
Oh, Lord.
And Harry's almost done. The waterfall is concluding.
Oh,
I usually do toe in to avoid spillage, but it goes slower that way.
you're going to spew into this.
Oh, man.
Oh, legendary.
Ugh. Harry, your shirt is soaked. Bears also shit in woods.
Dude, you got another?
No. It's not even a drunk thing. I had kind of a big dinner, and the stomach it's not doing well. It's not doing well. You want to hold down the chat for a few? I got to go clear the system here. All right. Give me a sec here.
Sweaty. Or I can go like this. I don't want to get it too sweaty. All right, what's up, Bears fans? So I'm Mitchell Renz. I do some stuff here at Chat Sports, and I ran in here because Keenan Allen was traded. I'm pretty freaking hyped about it. Who wears number 13? I hate to break it to y'all. I think it's Caleb Williams. I saw some of the chat in here earlier. I think Justin Fields is a hell of a quarterback, but it's really hard to turn up. It's really hard to turn past a guy like Caleb, which maybe that's an unpopular opinion here in this chat, but I think Justin is an unbelievably talented receiver or talented quarterback. I would love to know what he looks like without Luke Getsy. Obviously, now since I run the Raiders channel, I've been doing a lot of research on Luke Getsy, and I do think that his offense is a very stale offense. I think he knows how to get a running game going. The passing game, though, has been a little bit of a peculiar thing. He did well back with Green Bay when he had Aaron Rodgers, and I think it's one of the reasons why Devontae Adams recruited him to the Raiders. But, you know, when you got a guy like Justin Fields, we know that he can be a unbelievable athlete, but is he a good enough of a passer to take you to that next level? And if you're Chicago, a team that's never had a quarterback with over 4,000 passing yards, like, I get that people fall in love with Justin Fields. And, you know, I kind of relate it to the exact same way, like with Raider fans would fall in love with a guy like Derek Carr and Aiden O'Connell. You can fall in love with that player, but at the end of the day, if, you know, you don't really think like, do you honestly think that Justin Fields is going to win you a Super Bowl? I don't know how I would respond to that. To me, I would look at Caleb Williams and be like, well, like that's at least a little bit of a potential. Like to me, Justin Fields is a Lexus. Don't get me wrong. I would love to drive a Lexus, but Caleb Williams can be a Lamborghini. Caleb Williams can be, a Ferrari. And I think like if you have the opportunity, put yourself in that driver's seat, that one's hard to pass up, man, especially because of how well the Bears trade worked out last year, right? With you going for Carolina, you're able to build some of these draft picks. You're able to build a pretty solid roster. You now put yourself in the driver's seat with a potential franchise quarterback like Caleb Williams. I don't know, man. That one's hard to pass up. That one's hard to pass up for me. Let's go to Paleo. Mitch, I'm a Bears fan, and you made me a Raiders fan too. I think at the end of the day, the reason why I love Chat Sports is because I'm a normal dude. Harry's a normal guy. We love talking shop. We love talking ball. Like, to me, I come from a big, big family up in the Northeast. Shout out to the 570 Pennsylvania. And, we used to talk sports all the freaking time, and we wanted to be able to create an environment like that here at Chat Sports where you guys could have like that avenue to be able to communicate and, hey, knock back a freaking boot. I mean, it's midnight. I look at my fiance and I go, yo, some crazy freaking Bears fan sent in a 500. I'm going to go slam some boots with Harry. I freaking love that shit. So I appreciate that. I think at the end of the day, I have been to a few Bears parties in my day. I know people up there in Chicago like to party, and at the end of the day, I like to have a good time too. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you smash that subscribe button for Harry. He's been putting in a lot of time, putting in a lot of effort here on this channel. And somebody said Harry might have gone to pull the trig. I don't know where Harry went, but he started to sweat a little bit like me here. So shout out to Harry, man. Shout out to my guy Harry. If you haven't, seriously, hit that subscribe button. Hit me with some questions. What do you guys got for me? I'll give you non-biased answers here. Grade the trade. I mean, to me, if you're Chicago, A, B, C, D, or F, how much money do they owe him? I mean, even like $23 million for a receiver like Keenan Allen. I mean, to me, DJ Moore is your incredible athlete. Like, I think Moore is probably one of the best athletes at the receiver position in quite some time. He kind of reminds me of somebody that has like that athletic ability, thick stockiness of somebody like a Percy Harvin. You combine that with an absolute route-running magician in Keenan Allen. Believe me, again, I'm a Raider fan. I know what Keenan Allen can do. He's one of the best in the biz. And if you pair that receiving duo with a hell of a back in DeAndre Swift, that's a hell of a backfield there, hell of a weaponry. I think the trade for Chicago is an A, personally. I mean, I don't know how you don't give it an A. You go out, you get one of the best receivers in the NFL. I don't think he's top 10 anymore, but I don't know if you really truly need a top 10 guy. Like if DJ Moore's your 1A, Keenan Allen's 1B. I mean, that's one of the best wide receiver duos in all the National Football League out there. I got Harry back, though.
Oh, you're good. I'll just do it like this the rest of the way. Oh, man. Just had to piss. Actually, beer bong? All right. All right. Let's do this. Let's throw 5 minutes on the clock. Okay, let's hit a few super chats. Hit a few super chats, then we'll do a 5-minute countdown. Mitch says every $100 super chat, he'll do a beer bong. S-Pens, most exciting away home games this season. Let me look. I know some of my descriptions have the schedule here. Not this one. Give me just a sec here. Why is my shirt wet? You must just be joining us. I did a beer boot, and there was some spillage. So you look at the home slate. You got the divisional opponents. Rams at home, Seahawks at home, Jags at home, Titans at home, Panthers at home, Patriots at home. None of those really stand out of division. Yeah, that's a pretty manageable home slate, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe Jacksonville. That's a fun team. Rams. Mac Jones. Away, you got the 3 divisional opponents. Cardinals on the road. 49ers on the road. It's going to be an enticing one. Texans on the road as well. That's a good one. So I'd say Texans and 49ers on the road are pretty exciting. Josh Roberts, is Allen Moore better than Marshall and Jeffrey? I mean, B. Marsh and Alshon, they deserve some love, but I think Keenan Allen and DJ Moore are both better than Alshon Jeffrey. I think they've both had better. Like, for sure, Keenan Allen's been around longer. I think DJ Moore right now is better than Alshon Jeffrey was when he was here. So, B. Marsh is pretty damn good, though, too. Like, those are 2 good duos. Hopefully, Allen and Moore can be special in 2024. Poppy Chulo sits. Watch Caleb paint FGB on his nails. If Caleb Williams paints FGB on his nails, I might do that on every game day. I mean, that would be just generational stuff. Rob DS, something. Next news I want to see is a trade for Justin. We'll see. I'm a little surprised it hasn't happened yet, but could be doing due diligence on Caleb. Could be other reasons. Who knows? Could be a lot of reasons. All right, $5 countdown. If you guys got any super chats, we'll get those answered. We'll get some hashtag Bears questions answered as well. Want to get a few of those in there. Mitch says every $100 super chat. Say what? Nah. Every $100 super chat, Mitch will do a beer bong if we get any more of those. $50 to get in the Helmet Hall of Fame. 50% off tonight. Robbie says NFC North, best division in the NFL. I mean, you could make a strong argument. Now, with Kirk Cousins leaving Minnesota, they probably take a step back, at least for this year. But the Lions and the Packers are already very good. I have high expectations for the Bears. I think they should be a playoff team. So, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good three-headed monster. I mean, the AFC North is still very difficult. But, yeah, I would say the two North divisions are the toughest. AFC West just took a step back with the Chargers, getting rid of both their receivers. Obviously, the Chiefs are out there. Broncos, I think the Broncos could be terrible. So, a few years ago, AFC West and NFC West were up there. NFC West still good, but I think you could argue the NFC North is better. Ryan Apont, Week 1 game prediction, hoping for Monday night against the Lions. Sign me up. I think that'd be a fun opening week. Monday Night Football, Bears-Lions. That'd be awesome. Be a lot of fun. I don't want the Packers Week 1 this year. Remember, we were all hyped for that. Let's not Week 1. Detroit, sure. Packers, let's push that off a few weeks. Poppy Chulo sits. Don't think Harry could survive Justin trade right now. Oh, I would throw on the rally cap. I mean, I already got a cap on. We would find a way. We would find a way. But I would prefer that to not happen right now. That would be correct, Poppy Chulo sits. Dan Smith, hashtag Bears, what will you guys do when you reach 100,000? It's a good question. We'll do something big, 100,000 subs. I'll brainstorm with Mitch. He's also in charge of our just kind of live show, content strategy, yada, yada, yada. What's the title? The title that's sort of a title, that's kind of a title? Gong Master. Oh, man. Yeah, we'll do something cool for 100K. We'll for sure do some kind of stream around it, and we'll probably do a few giveaways. Well, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Oz, Harrison, what would your record prediction right now? Let's say the Bears have Caleb Williams. We just went through the Bears' schedule home and away. I think it's pretty manageable. Like I said, I have playoff expectations, barring major injuries. I don't know, 10-7? 10-7, have a chance in the North, at least be a wild card team? I don't see why that's unattainable. Defense is going to be top 10. Offense, unless the QB position, whoever it is, flops completely, should be top 15. Should be a playoff team. Should be a playoff team. John Dorman, 2 minutes left here. Chances we trade back from 9 and take a guy like Brian Thomas, Adonai Mitchell, or Xavier Worthy. I could see it. I could definitely see it still. I don't think receivers off the table. I think it's still possible. Someone with the $2 super chat. Yeah, receiver class is deep. They may just opt to get one later. If the Bears draft Caleb, can you paint your nails live? Maybe we will. Who knows? Could be fun. Why not? Lean into it. Augustine. Colin Cowherd just tweeted that the winner of the Keenan Allen trade is Caleb Williams. I mean, look, if you draft Caleb, he's a huge winner. If you keep Justin, he's a winner too. A part of me does feel for Justin. I mean, he's looking at this thinking, like, this team's ready to win, and I may not be here for it. So that's a bummer for him. Life isn't always fair. Sucks. Alex, only Bears fans would insist on passing potentially elite QB play to keep the bad QB just because he has aura. Look, I'll still continue to say Justin Fields is not a bad quarterback. He's not elite, not yet. Maybe he never will be, but he's not bad. He should be a starter in this league. There's more than a couple teams that he should start for, in my opinion, but we'll see if he does or does not. Who knows? Who knows? Last call here, 30 seconds. Henry Forte, do you think there is enough football for Bears skilled players? Moore, Allen, Komet, Swift, all of them want to get the ball up, but someone will get less catches. Yeah, look, DJ Moore is probably not going to be a 1,360-yard guy anymore with Keenan Allen. If he goes down to 1,100, but the Bears are winning, I think he'll be just fine. If Keenan Allen goes from 1,200 to 950, but this is a playoff team, I think he's going to be just fine. hopefully the Bears have a more high-octane passing attack than what they've had, so those guys can still get theirs. Jaquan Hard Knocks going to be fucking lit. I do think the Bears, I know the Bears for years have dodged Hard Knocks. They don't want to do it. It's time to sack up the McCaskey family. Get the Bears on Hard Knocks. It is going to be some. Could you imagine if Caleb Williams and Justin Fields were both still on the roster for Hard Knocks? I mean, are you kidding me? That would be juice. All right. Hell of a stream. Hell of a trade. Keenan Allen to the Bears for a 4th-round pick. You guys are awesome. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. We'll have more coverage over the weekend if the Bears make any notable moves. Stay tuned for that. Round of applause to Jack Lauderay for coming in on a whim here on a Thursday night. Round of applause for Mitchell Wren sprinting to the studios and doing a beer boot. That's legendary stuff. We appreciate him. We're signing off. Bear down. FGB. We're out of here. Take care.